I Laugh to Cover the Pain, a Percy Jackson fanfic. What are you thinking about? Calypso asked as she looked at her boyfriend. They had been together for only 2 months, and even though he annoyed her to pieces, she was glad he was with her instead of all those handsome, brave, picture-perfect heroes that always left her. Besides, Leo was more adorably cute than goldenly handsome, and he was more brains than brawn, and a bit more flame than flawless. But one thing was sure, he was a hero. Don't you see the stars and realize that it's just random dots? Leo said. Calypso could hear his grin. She rolled her eyes. No, I mean, what are you really thinking about? She asked. If roses are red, and violets are blue. But violet is another name for purple. And purple's a mix of red and blue. And that means you mix blue and red to get blue. Leo snorted. Calypso shook her head and looked up at the night sky. Sometimes this would happen. She'd want to get to know him by asking some deep question to learn about the inner mechanisms of his mind, and he'd respond with a joke. No, babe, I mean seriously, she said. Leo's laughter dissipated. What's wrong? She said, and turned her head to look at Leo. Leo had his head hung low and his hands on the sides of his face. Nothing, he defended. Leo sounded so defeated for no reason whatsoever. He sounded like he was in pain. I know something is. Please tell me, Calypso whispered. She placed a hand on his back and rubbed it to comfort him. Do you know why I decided I should be the one to be sacrificed to defeat Gaia? He asked softly. Why? She asked, slightly nervous of the answer. Because everyone had someone to go back to. Everyone had someone they had to fight back to be with. Hazel and Frank, Jason and Piper, and the whole Percy and Annabeth thing. Everyone. But me. I thought, there's no one waiting for me to come home. Everyone's fighting to be with the one they love. Except me. Leo's voice began to waver. Calypso wrapped him in a hug, feeling tears spring from her eyes. She had no idea Leo felt that way. She had no idea he felt so alone. Yes, you do. Me. I'll be waiting for you to come home. I want to spend the rest of my days with you. Annoyed by all your quirks, of course, but I wouldn't want it any other way. Leo began to shake as he cried. It was clear he had never shared such sad and inner thoughts before. Ever since I was little, people would constantly bully me. And I laughed and cracked jokes and made it so no one wanted to pick on me. They all wanted me to make them laugh. I knew if I wasn't funny, they'd tease me again. Calypso stayed silent as she held Leo as he finally, after years and years of holding in emotions and sorrow and pain, let it out and cried. You use humor to cover your sadness, and it's okay, but you need to tell someone about this too. I'm glad you're sharing this with me, Calypso whispered as she kissed the top of his head. I laugh to cover the pain because if people don't think it exists, I don't get questions, Leo sobbed. Well, I'm here to take away the pain, as much as I can, she promised. Calypso made a silent promise in her heart that she'd never allow Leo to feel alone. She'd make sure he knew that he was loved because he was such an amazing person. She'd never let him think otherwise. Why? He asked. It broke Calypso's heart to hear him say that one simple word. He wasn't asking a surface-level question. He was dipping into something deeper. He asked because of how he felt about himself and how much he was worth. He asked because he didn't understand why she would spend so much time and effort on him of all people. Because I love you with all of my heart. Leo looked at Calypso, the tears in his eyes reflecting the moonlight. I love you too,